Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Midnight Sesh. My name is Moises,
I'm Sladro.
and
What we got going on today? We gonna fucking see. Again, guys, we just want to give you a shout out for, we saw little increase of followers on our Instagram. So shout out to you guys that went on there and started following us. I think we're one away from hitting 50.
oh snap,
So shout out to y'all.
we're far away. You're lying to the public.
We're 4 away. I swear we're at 49, bro.
Nah, bro, look, I have pulled up right now.
What? That means somebody unfollowed us.
Damn, y'all some snakes.
Damn. They said, nah, they're not even doing shit. Or they just followed us for the follow, Because we were at 49 last time, bro. I
Yeah,
swear.
we're gonna have to just go through it because we following one extra person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we'll figure that out.
It's whatever. We'll see. But shout out to you guys that are still following and you guys that are still listening, tuning in, and doing everything,
Staying up to
all
date,
that type of
guys.
shit. But yeah, guys. I was just thinking, because we were like at 50, and I was like, you know what? If everybody who is following us tells one person that they know to follow us, we would get to 100. Because that's another 50 people. So, if you guys,
Just make sure they have IG.
yeah, if you guys have IG or whatever, and you have a friend that you might be interested in this, tell them to come through. Tell them to give us that like, and we'll follow, or give us that follow, and we'll follow them back.
Just tell them to tune in, and then if they like it, to follow.
Yeah,
That's
check out
it,
the
I mean.
episode.
Check out the episode. Check out the last episodes.
Check out everything we're going on. The Apple Podcast guys, give us your honest reviews on that shit. How we doing? I gave it a review, but that's my personal review. So I want to see what you guys are giving us. I want more people to be out there, and when they search up some podcasts, we are at the top or one of the recommended podcasts on there.
That would be nice.
That would be pretty
nice.
dope, huh?
That would be dope. You know what?
Yeah, bro.
We're going to make that happen. So make sure you guys are following, spreading the word. We got to get some stickers and flyers rolling so we can go around and placing them all over the world.
Get that sesh going at your house, guys.
Ooh, yes.
Get
Talking
that.
about the sesh. What do we got going on here? We smoking on some Bubba 4, I think it was.
Ooh,
Bubba 4. Don't know
Ooh.
if that's an actual strain,
Bubba 4.
but that's what we calling it. The bag said B4, so we gonna go with Bubba 4.
Who we picking this up from?
I grabbed this from our old friend Matt Yayo.
Ooh, okay.
Longtime friend, known him for a minute.
All right.
I met him in like 5th grade, maybe.
Yeah.
No, or was it? I don't know.
A while
I've known
ago.
this man for a minute. You've known him longer because you met him through Paco.
Yeah, I remember his ass. He was just messaging me. He was like, "Bro, me, you, and Moy got to kick it sometime." I was like,
Let's
"Yeah,
get it.
bro, let's plan something out."
Plan something.
Hasn't gone back to me yet. Maybe when he listens to this episode, he might
Yeah,
respond.
listen to this. Listen to this, Matt. When you listen to this, send the invite.
Matt Yayo. He remembers that.
Matt.
That's dope. So
But yeah,
the Bubba 4.
Bubba 4 is what we're calling it.
Okay. The Baby 4. That's
The
filthy.
B4.
Shout out to Matt for plugging us with Cusherino this week. Or at least for the sesh today, We're smoking on his shit. Check him out. We'll at him. Give him that
I don't know.
Can you hear that, dog?
I heard the dog.
That's the neighbor's dog, guys.
That's the neighbor's dog. That motherfucker always
Yeah.
barks.
Yeah.
You know they ain't treating him right.
Yeah, I feel it. How's your week, bro? How's the weekend?
It was good. I mean, Saturday or Friday night got lit. Saturday night, Saturday evening, Saturday morning, all that. Did not go to work.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. I gotta.
He's got to sneeze.
Yeah.
He got the
But-
Rona.
I don't got the Rona. I'm immune now.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, yeah, my weekend was cool. I didn't really do much. I got lit, and then I missed work because I was just not having it. And then yeah, yesterday I also what did I do yesterday? I didn't do nothing actually. I did a whole bunch of chores. Got the crib situated.
Ooh, yeah.
Cleaned it up.
It looks cleaner in here, ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen. I don't know. I think we have like a big, a lot of male presence here. We got to get some female presence so we can bring them in
female
here.
presence at?
Hey.
It's because we need some female guests.
Yeah.
Female guests.
Hey, if you're a female and you want to be a guest or, you want to come on the show, you come through so we can get some more female presence on here.
The thing with that is that I'm trying to get some female point of view going on with things that we talk about. So far, What is this, episode 6?
Yep.
We've kind of just been talking about just things that are random.
Yep.
But definitely when we get a female in here, I kind of want to have, we got to get some questions prepared for the female point of view.
It changes the whole dynamic about like how we think about things, because we might be thinking like we are thinking about it in our own way, but at the same time, like it's since we're both guys, obviously, it's coming in from that kind of perspective.
Why is that obvious?
Why would it not be?
I mean, you can't. I don't know. We're PC around here, so you can't just assume we're both guys. Even though that is correct, but still.
What I mean by that is we identify as men, so.
There you go.
Yes.
But anyways, female point of view, I would love to hear and ask a female just, I don't know, any and everything type of question, because that's the thing, I'm a pretty open dude. I like to just ask people random things just because if I'm curious, how am I ever going to find out if I don't ask?
Yep. Because I know we got like a lot of guy friends that have already asked to come on here, which is dope. We're going to be working on that with them to get them in here, but definitely we want to hear from some females, hopefully that want to come in, the few that are listening that want to come in and just talk about this random shit with us and hear your perspective. Why was that so hard to say? I don't know.
Because words are hard.
Words are hard. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I would love to hear from somebody else, even just other than me and Moises, about, because I feel like me and you kind of already talked about a lot of the stuff we already share on here, but like hearing from everybody else and hearing from different sides is definitely what we want to hear and what we want to keep bringing into this podcast, or the sesh. I mean, everybody's point is valid. Everybody's opinion is valid while we're on here, while you're listening. Even if you might disagree with us, and even if we might disagree with you, everybody is valid here, right?
For the most part.
If
your point of view is trash, sorry, I'm just playing. But not for real, though.
Come through, check out the sesh, smoke a blunt, do something. That's what but yeah, guys, like we said, we got friends coming that want to come in. If you didn't hear that or still haven't listened to episode 5 and you skipped to this one, go back and listen to that. But also, we are taking in guests.
They're coming.
We're working on that shit for y'all. Come through. Check out the new Sesh.
We're just testing out the mics, guys, trying to make sure everything sounds good, sounds right.
Yeah.
As best as it can sound as of right now. And once everything is basically approved on our end by both of us, we'll essentially start hitting people up and be like, hey, come through this day. Can you do this day or that day?
Yep.
Things are going to be scheduled. We're going to get people in here.
Yep.
And we're going to just continue the sesh, but this time with more than just Pedro, Sladro, and I.
Yeah. Filthy. But I mean, like, honestly, guys, when you come in here, like, I've had my friends who will be like, oh yeah, I mean, like, it sounds like you guys are all set up, but really, bro, you guys come in here and we're like literally have like the minimum set up for this podcast, like it's really, you come in here, it's not a studio or anything like that.
We still crawling.
Yeah, we literally just have this one machine that's connected to our mics and my old ass laptop that I got from my cousin that he sold to me for like $150. And that's literally what we're running on, guys. Like, we're just making it happen, making it come true.
There you go. So make sure you're sharing, you're commenting, you're subscribing, you're literally doing everything to help us just learn how to walk on this podcast.
Yeah, guys,
we're trying to walk. I'm tired of crawling.
We're walking. We just got our hands up and we're trying to just stand up and we're holding on to the wall, know. We're holding on to the wall
as we're walking
to get to the
room.
next thing. Get to the next thing that's gonna get us to the part where we have to just let go. Like there's gonna be a point where there's no more wall, no more objects to hold on to, and we're just kind of, going on from there, right?
Yeah, and that's why you guys come along and help us out.
Yeah, guys.
Help us out. Make sure you're sharing.
If you really like,
Everybody.
if you like the podcast, guys, I appreciate you guys, and if you really like it, like I'm saying, share it with your friends, share it with somebody. Our whole main thing is just grow this into a big ass sesh, where like maybe one day we can have people calling in or typing in whatever and just having a sesh online. Like, what if we did a sesh through Twitch one day and just
Ooh,
had people just check us out like that? We
that
just
is
did
true.
a live stream episode,
We
so we could
wanna we wanna essentially have the biggest virtual sesh in the world.
right. So everybody could be like, you know what? I'm about to hit up this sesh, the midnight sesh. That'd be filthy.
On top of that, it's just you never know. You know, there might be someone out here listening
Mhm.
that's just by themselves, just doesn't really have people that smoke, and they're like, you know what? I
Yeah.
want to smoke, just not by myself. Well, guess what? That's why we're here. So you could
Hey.
sesh with us.
Honestly, like I'll be going back and listening to the episode like the day after, like the day that it comes out, or a few days after, also, and I still be enjoying it. Like that's just me. Maybe I just like listening to us talk about this dumbass shit, but I mean I still be liking it. Even without having to be geeked the next day, I'm fucking burnt the next day just listening to it on my day to work. But I'm still enjoying it. There could still be people out there that enjoy it after their blunt, during their blunt, before their blunt. You know, come
Want to
in.
roll on the next blunt?
Yeah, while you're rolling the next blunt. But yeah, guys, it's filthy. No, not much. Let's see. What I got going on the weekend? You might ask, even though he hasn't asked.
It says we continue talking. That's why.
Yeah.
Or else I would have.
What the fuck did I do? When you forget what the fuck you did.
And that's why I didn't ask.
I went. What did I do? I went. Me and my girl went out to downtown. They got some lights going on down there. If you haven't been downtown, kind of like it was like a little mini section. If you went to like the Enchanted Lights that they had at T-Mobile Park last year, it was like a really small section like that. They had some like lights that were like in the shape of trees and a big ass like gift and just some other shit where you could go with your family or your friends or go on a date and just take photos by the lights, which it was cool. Nothing too exciting. That was all right.
Hmm.
Um, we just did that, and then we were watching this show called like the Great British Baking Show, which is pretty dope. I just started watching that shit because I was like nothing else to watch, and we just been binge watching that shit, which has actually been pretty interesting. Watching those people, like, it's crazy how creative people can get with making bread and making desserts and shit. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. But the one that I did see a few minutes of was like, I think it was like Cupcake Wars.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
the one that I was into, like when I was, I think in high school,
Uh huh.
what was it called? I forgot exactly the name of it.
Mm.
But essentially, it was people competing
Mm.
to get a spot in creating like masks and like outfits
Mhm.
for the people in movies.
Okay.
So it's like mainly like sci-fi stuff, like people making like a mask of like, oh well, give us a character that goes through this, and then they create a character or mask of this person.
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of it was, but there was this one judge on there who was part of creating the costume designs for, I want to say, the last three Resident Evils.
Ooh.
So it was just really cool to see that, and then people just like make these masks and costumes, you know.
That was like, wait, you're talking about like just a show that creates that?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
competing to be part of this like a franchise,
Okay.
not a franchise, but like to essentially be part of like the movie industry when it comes to costume designs.
Oh, that's filthy. I
And
don't
so
think
like
I've ever seen that.
every episode, like the first half would be like, okay, cool, we're gonna do like a mini trial
Yeah.
of this. Okay, do this, and then they make something, and then the second part is like, okay, cool. Well, now that you did that, we're gonna do like this bigger one of this. Like let's say pretend they're going for like a scary, like almost like alien like the
Yeah.
movie Alien, the franchise Alien.
Yep.
Something like that, like a
Ooh.
monster that was in that movie. And
That's
then these
crazy.
people just make all these costumes, just like the way that you make
Yeah.
costume designs with silicone and clay and all that.
Ooh.
And then yeah, in the end, they put it on a person. The person comes out and displays it, and then the judges vote on what they think is better.
That's dope.
Costume wise. So
Yeah.
you know, dessert I've never really seen, but those ones right there with the sci-fi costumes was pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to check that out after this Bake Off shit.
I haven't seen it in a long time because I don't really watch live TV. But when I did watch live TV, that show was my shit.
Yeah.
That show was my shit. But
yeah.
You know what show you need to watch though? Because I recently have been binge watching it.
Which show?
It's called Santa Clarita Diet.
I don't know why I've seen that, but I've never like. What is it?
Well, I mean, the whole gist of it is like this mom that I guess becomes a zombie. She's she's undead.
Okay.
And it's just as the show goes on, it gets really like interesting because it's not just about like her being a zombie.
Yeah.
There's like about them like trying to go around, figure out how she became a zombie. Like what is it? You know what's going on. It's just a big plot story it's pretty good. I'm almost done with the 3rd season.
Damn. Yeah, I've seen like a little like trailer when I like check on it, and then I don't know if I'm getting this right, but I feel like when I've seen it or clicked on it, there's like a little somebody with like a mini head that shows up on there. Is that something else? Am I thinking about something else?
A mini head.
Yeah, kind of like the heads from Beetlejuice, you know? Maybe I'm just connecting that to Beetlejuice for some reason.
You might just be connecting that to Beetlejuice. I don't recall any mini heads.
Yeah.
So it just might be Beetlejuice, bro.
Then I gotta hella check out that show.
This is a show. Beetlejuice is the movie.
Yeah. Well, I know Beetlejuice is the movie. I didn't know. I know about the show too. Like I've seen the show, but I just never knew what the fuck the show was about. Like Santa Clarita Diet, right?
Yeah. Santa Clarita Diet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. You should just watch like the 1st season and see what you think.
After this Bake Off.
After the Bake Off. True.
After I get baked.
True.
On this Bake Off.
True.
They'd be filthy.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't like even cooking shows. I've never really cared for cooking shows. Like where they compete for cooks. Or,
yeah.
You know, like Hell's Kitchen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just that really interests me. Maybe now it might, but back then, no. I was really into like.
I think the thing that's gotten me kind of like into it is like if you watch on YouTube, we're just plugging people right now. If you watch
where's
on
my money?
Yeah. Shit. If you watch on YouTube, the Try Guys, they do like a little series where it's called Without a Recipe, and they just started like their new season. And that kind of show I just be watching that like on my free time or like at lunch on my work and shit like that. And that's kind of like what's gotten me back or a little bit into watching these baking shows, you know, or these cooking shows. I kind of just clicked on it randomly the other day. But that was pretty much it.
Weird. You want to hear something since we're talking about food?
Yeah.
So, check this out. 2 stars, y'all. The first one. This happened maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I think I might have already told you this, just off record. But I was at work. It was about to be 6 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
I decided to order some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? If I order from Dominos, it'll be a little bit cheaper. Because I was trying to go to Can-Am, but I wasn't trying to pay the little bit extra. So I was like, let's go with Domino's.
Fuck it.
I'll place an order for pickup at 7. Easy.
Yep.
A whole hour in advance.
Yep.
I get off at 6:30. And then that day, some of my coworkers we were just standing in front of the building.
Yeah.
Just talking, you know, like after work conversation.
Yeah.
And we stood out there for an hour. Okay?
Yep.
Excuse me. But we stood out there for an hour. 7:30 came around. We all decided, okay, cool, let's go home now. I was like, okay, cool, perfect. 7:30, it's been an hour and a half. My pizza should be good. I arrive around 7:45 to Domino's spot. Wait about 5 minutes. Within that 5 minutes, I set up the whole. I'm here to pick up my order because of social distance and no contactless delivery or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't come out. Okay. Finally, I call these people. I like 55. I'm right in front of Domino's. I'm right in front of Domino's. I can see the window. Okay, I can see everybody.
Yep.
I see the people pick up the phone, and I'm like, yo, like, told them my situation. I ordered it at 6. I'm here at 7:30. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
The guy goes, well, your order's not out yet, and I was like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I specifically ordered it for 6. I mean, at 6 for 7.
Yeah.
I got here at like 8 o'clock, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What's the whole like? Why is it not out? And he's like, well, it hasn't came up yet. I was like, what's the point of that app and that feature if this is not if it's not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever, blah blah blah. Hung up. Finally, I like 8:10, 8:15. They come out, bro. Cool. Grab my pizza. Go home. Keep it pushing. When I get home, start open up the box. You know what I see? I see a whole ass pizza. When I get home, no fucking slices, bro. They did not cut this fucking pizza.
Yeah.
And I was just pissed, bro. I was like, DA ready to write a whole ass review on this Domino's spot, but then I was like, you know what? I had a decent day. I was like, nothing ruined it besides this fucking pizza taking forever and them not cutting it. Okay. I
think I remember you telling me this.
I was pissed, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Move forward to this fucking weekend.
Yeah.
I went over, hung out with a couple friends. They were like, yo, we're gonna order pizza. I was like, okay, cool. And then I had told them like, yo, like, I had pizza like a week ago or whatever, 2 weeks ago, and this will happen. And they were like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me fucking why. When this time we ordered from fucking Pizza Hut. Okay, the first one was Domino's. We ordered from Pizza Hut, bro. And then we're all just joking around like, oh yeah, because the lady came in and then I forgot what joke I made, but I was like, oh yeah, you guys are better than Domino's. And she was like, yeah, I agree, but my coworkers don't, because she works for Pizza Hut. And I was like, yeah, blah blah. They didn't cut my pizza, and she was like, no way. I was like, yeah, fuck Domino's. This bitch leaves. Okay, we're opening up the fucking pizzas. We grab one, bro. They did not cut this fucking pizza. Again, bro. Damn. Again, for the second time. I was fucking like, damn. Really, guys? And then one of my friends was like, this would not have happened. This only happened because you were here. Yeah. And I was like, honestly, probably. Like, the universe was just like, nah.
Jinxed it.
Yeah. It was just so crazy, bro. I was not mad this time because I was like, whatever, dude.
That sucks.
But it was just so ironic that it's like the second time I ain't never ordering from Pizza Hut or Domino's ever again.
That's like Pizza Hut going out. A business.
Yeah, same with Domino's. Fuck those.
That fucking sucks. I don't think I've ever had anything with my pizza done like that. That shit would be, I don't know. I could not. I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be pissed too if that shit fucking happened. I remember you telling me that was Domino's, but then I don't think you told me about the Pizza Hut one.
No, the Pizza Hut one literally happened like this past weekend.
That was fucking close as hell, huh?
Yeah.
Like not that far.
It was like 2 weeks in between, I think. I don't know. It's just I was just fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck these pizza places.
And y'all want to get paid $15? They want more than minimum wage. And y'all can't even cut the pizza. Damn.
Nah, it's not even that. It's more like you had one job.
Yeah, like I was just thinking, because I used to work the drive-thru, that I would forget to give them the sauce, and they'd be like, "How hard is it to give it a sauce?"
I mean, yeah, you had one job, bro.
Dead ass, but I feel like the thing with that is I was just fucking too busy working on talking to other people that I would just forget to grab that shit sometimes. But it was like the rare situation.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Don't get Taco Bell from Pedro.
Nah, but when I did give sauce, I was plugging people's sauce. I remember one time this girl came through the drive-thru, and she's like, "Can I get a whole bag of your hot sauce?" And I was like, okay. Literally went to the front of the counter, because you remember when they used to keep the sauces at, right? The 3 boxes were like behind the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally went back there. while I was taking an order and shit, I was like, I pressed the thing on my mic to be like, oh hey, what's up? This is Pedro. Not like that, but like how Taco Bell wants it, like order when
Yeah,
you're ready.
yeah,
At
yeah.
the same time, they were talking to me. They're getting their order. I grabbed the Taco Bell bag and I just grabbed a whole bunch of hot sauce and just put handfuls. I probably put like 5 fucking fat ass handfuls of hot sauce, and
God
then
damn.
I think it was a girl who was driving, and I give her the bag and she just looks at me. Her eyes get wide, bro. She's like she's like happy wide and surprised wide at the same time, and she's like, "You're the best." I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
It's just
Yeah,
sauce. It's
it's
not
just
coming on my paycheck.
yeah. Cause I'd be like, "Fuck!" If I wanted sauce, like they would give you like 1 or 2 sauces for that shit, and they still do. But like, if I when I was working there, I'd be like, "No, I need like at least 3 sauces for one fucking burrito, depending on the fucking size, you know."
Yeah, yeah.
You need fucking more. Even these other places that try to just give you ketchup, like one little ketchup.
Yeah. Anytime I go to like Jack in the Box, and I need like X amount of whatever, I always say a specific number of like how many
Yeah,
I want. Like if I get the egg rolls, I'm like, can I get 2 sweet and sours
yeah.
at least,
Hmm.
minimum two?
Give
So
me something at least.
at least, if they
Work
give me
with it.
one, what is that gonna do?
Yeah.
One ain't gonna do shit.
You just had one job. That's crazy. I was talking with my girl. This is like we're gonna go on some serious level now. Uh, every time I've felt like I've tried to do something, like tried to get myself into a better position than what I am right now, like somehow I feel like it's always kind of like backfired back to me, like okay, I'm like doing something where I'm like, okay, this is gonna push me forward, and then I do it and I finish it because usually I'm the person, if I do something, I see it through, or at least I try to always see it through, depending on what the fuck I chose to do.
Okay.
Um, but that's just how I am. But like I was just telling her, like every time I felt like I've tried to do something like that, I've always felt like something has pushed me back into like, nope, for like some reason it hasn't like pushed me to where I thought I was gonna be, like somewhere in a better situation than what I thought I would be at after I had completed that
Okay.
goal or whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like that's kind of how it's been for a while. Like I keep getting pushed back into this like situation where I'm back to where I feel like I literally just started at, like I started at and then I finished it back at that same spot. Like I was moving forward, and then I moved, basically I just moved all the way back, like a board game.
Okay. You're playing shoots and ladders with life.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you ever felt like that?
Plenty of times, bro. Plenty of times. There's one time I tried to ride a bike and I failed, so I went back to a scooter.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm getting
Yeah.
on the scooter."
I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
couldn't balance myself, but that scooter I can balance all day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but that's how I was just telling her that shit. Like I was just feeling like, I don't know, every time I've done something and it goes back like that, and then I try to see now that I'm older, I try to see a more positive side to it. Like what I was telling her too is like, even though this thing pushed me into this thing, like I'll give you guys an example. Like I try to do like phlebotomy, and I thought that thing was gonna be something because I like kicking it with people, or like meeting new people and helping them out. So I was like, you know what? I think the health system is something that I could be good at, that I could be doing. And so that's why I did phlebotomy. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna complete this, and my life is about to change after this. And I was wrong. I did that job and did not enjoy it. It was not what I was meant to do.
I can see that. Maybe it was just
Yeah,
like life's way of saying this is not it. Like this is not what you're supposed to be
yeah.
doing, which doesn't like say that
And that's what
you
I'm.
going into it was like a bad idea. Is
Hmm.
that it's more? I feel like it's more in a sense where life was more like, okay, this is not what you're supposed to be doing, but this is where you need to be at right
Yeah,
now at this point in time.
yeah. That's how I've been. Like that's how I was like telling her too. I was like, that's kind of how I've been trying to see things especially when I like, especially now that I'm older. Like before, that shit would just get me like, way down, and like anybody would. Um, so I was just telling her, I was like, yeah, like that's how I felt. But now that I'm a little bit older, I'm kind of seeing it from this other angle, this other side, where I'm like saying how you were just saying, maybe like that was just a situation where I needed to be at, and basically learned that I was not meant to be in that place, and I'm supposed to be doing something else. And that's kind of why I feel like everything else, even before and after that, have been the same thing, where it's just I take myself into a direction where I feel like I'm gonna be ending up somewhere better than what I started at, and then it gets to the point where it feels like it, where I move forward, and then I get to it, and then I'm like, wait, this doesn't feel like something happens, or I feel like I'm just like, no, this is not where I should be at then.
Yeah, I've gone that. I mean, I feel like I've kind of felt that more in high school when I was trying to decide on what I wanted to be in my life,
Yeah.
career wise, or even if I was debating on college, like should I go to college and this and that. And I think that's one thing where I was always like, maybe this, and I'll think about it for like a month, and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and so then I will change to something else, think about something else.
Yeah.
Because now as an adult, I think it's just because I had just regular ass jobs that I didn't really think about like this is not what I want to do. It was more like when I'm working, it's just like okay, I'm here to get this bread and go home.
Yeah.
Because all the jobs that I've been at, which has been
Mhm.
like 4 or 5,
Mhm.
of all, none of them I've been like, oh, this is it. This even my current job now is still like, even though I've been there almost 5 years, even then I'm just like, nah,
Yeah.
this is not it. Like this is
It's
not
not
the
where I
rest of my
should be.
life.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'm still like, I'm still gonna come in and get this bread and go home,
Yeah.
and then go figure it out.
Yep. That's kind of how like I've been thinking about also, just like that's what I need to do. I need to keep thinking like there's gonna be a point where you make it to where you make it to where you should be at, and it
As
could
long as
be.
you keep moving, as long as you
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah. So I mean that's how I see the benefits, and also just like there's good and bad to everything, and I mean it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Life is life, so regardless of where you at, life is gonna be life. Regardless if it's like you are a job that you think this is it, and then like a year later you're like, nah, this is not
Kill that
it.
shit. Yeah, I was just thinking about that because also I have a friend who, well, a friend that I used to like know back in kindergarten. I still have him as a friend on Facebook. But he was like posting about that, where he was like, lately he's been posting some stuff where he's felt like that too, where he's like at a place where he's think he should be doing better. And I've seen him posting about that, and I'm just like, it's crazy that he's posting about that, because I'm like, bro, I'm literally feeling the same. Like, I'll comment on his stuff sometimes, and I'll be like, bro, I'm feeling the same way. Like, don't even trip that you're not, where you think you want to be. Don't trip about this bad thing that's going on, bro, because literally that's how everybody's feeling. And there's more people that comment on his stuff, saying like, nah, bro, like, it's the same for everybody. You're not the only one. You're not the only one that this is happening to. So just
You you
keep
think
trying.
you think social media is part of that?
Why?
Just because there's all these people same age as us posting all these things. You see
Yeah.
these celebrities same age as us doing all these things.
Yeah.
It like I'm sure it gets to certain people to the point where like, damn, like
Mhm.
we're the same age. Why are they there and I'm still here?
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of it might be because of that. That
Yeah.
people just see this portrait of other people's lives that in the end it's not even real.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
So they feel like, damn, like how the hell are they there? And we literally graduated at the same time.
I can see that. I feel like I can agree with that, because I have felt like that before, where I'll see somebody from high school that we went to, or somebody that I knew that's a year younger than me, older than me, or some shit. I'm like, how are they there and I'm all the way, still over here at the same time?
Yeah.
So I can definitely agree with that. That social media does play like a part like that too. That people will base things off of what they see that other people are posting and sharing about.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one would no one would post their
Their downfalls.
yeah, what's really going on. which I mean, I don't post that stuff either. I just post, but usually I try to just post like stuff that makes me happy because at the end, like, I'm posting it for myself and for the hell of it and for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Even though I just be like clearing out my Instagram and starting all over
Yeah.
again.
I mean, social media for me has gotten harder throughout the years just because
Yeah.
I've lost interest in it and I just don't see the point. Like I see the value that it can add if you do it correctly.
Yep.
And I know that I can because
Yep.
I've tried it to,
Yep.
and I've gotten good results.
Uh-huh.
But then even with the results that I've gotten, it's never, I feel like, motivating me to be like, let me pursue this
Yeah.
as something.
Yeah. I feel like that's also because like social media has just gotten to the point where people have made it like more of a like a career out of it, like a job also. Like if you really want to make it in some kind of like social media and stuff like that, like it's really um something you really have to work in because before like social media or like the internet was like you it wasn't that like big of a deal to not have like a lot of people following you or a lot of friends or posting all the pictures that you were posting before. Like before you would just post a picture just to post it probably, and now it's just like you're posting a picture to get paid off of it or to make yourself noticed or make yourself something out of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like if you want to be into that kind of stuff, uh, you definitely have to like work at that, and that's why like the people who are doing it, like those people definitely like they were not playing around. They were actually trying to do something and did whatever they could, even if they felt like nobody was watching or stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I think it's still like that, but it's more like once you get momentum, then it becomes the job.
Yeah.
Whereas back then it'd be like you were just still doing it, and you're like, holy shit, like there's just all these people that just like watching me, kind
they're
of.
like, God damn.
Where now it's like when you start getting that momentum, you're like, oh yep, like now I can finally like quit my job and like do just entertain whoever's watching me.
Take care of myself.
You know?
While I can just record my life or record these things that I like to do. Yeah.
Fuck social media.
That's
Fuck social media.
As we tell people to follow us on Instagram.
Make sure to follow the podcast at official midnight sesh.
At the official midnight sesh. No, that's definitely how I've seen it too. There's definitely like goods and bads to social media and stuff like that. Like it's crazy how we think about social media just about sharing it like that, and then nobody really ever notices about like what's going on behind the social media, like all these big ass CEOs that work behind it to get your like what like when you think about YouTube or Facebook, you never really think about the people behind it that are all making it work, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So there's all this other like bullshit. Like I always see like all these news articles about Mark Zuckerberg and about him doing some shady ass shit on Facebook and stuff like that.
Which,
you know,
are you surprised about?
I mean, a little bit and not really, because now he's just popping up way more, and I feel like he's just selling himself out, or he's just really don't give a fuck. You know, ever since all these ads and everything just popping up, it's crazy.
I think everyone's kind of just going with like what Google is doing or did throughout the years as Google blew up and became the giant that it is.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, when I was younger, I didn't really think about it, but like around high school time when like people were really talking about like Google tracking you and whatnot, I was like, damn, bro, I do not trust this shit. And then like maybe like what 2-3 years later,
yeah,
it starts happening where like whenever you would Google things. Like ads or things that were similar to that would start popping up on your socials.
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then the iPhones like started doing the same thing with like just recording us essentially and then like listening in and programming those ads specifically for what you've been talking about. Then I was just like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah, so they're like, that's what I'm saying. All that if you watch some of the documentaries they have on like Netflix, there's a really good one. I forget what it's called, but there's one where it pretty much goes in depth about like how they program and how they code all these social medias to basically be for you, like be made specifically for the person that's on there too, that's using it.
Yeah.
And that's like it goes to a little bit of explaining of how these ads are showing up, because literally everything is just being, you know, and this is from like a job that I was doing before that told me this, but basically, uh, these websites are just collecting the data and just they're pretty much looking at every click you're going to, you know. There's websites that will tell you, um, how far, like if you had your own website where you sell stuff, they would give you information about how far people make it into your website. Like, did they just get to the homepage? Did they click on an item and put it in the cart? Did they get to the cart and then go to checkout and then leave at checkout? Like they're they literally just going through everything, bro. And that's crazy too, because even when they like think about it, when you go on your social media, anybody you see on there is filtered to be, you might have 200 friends, but you might have the same 10 people posting on all the time. And that's because like Facebook or whatever has kind of like filtered it so that you are basically getting people who are doing similar things that you are. So I know there's probably, like, I remember on Facebook I was always post like statuses or like post something like words, and then I started sharing memes, and now all I see is people sharing memes. Like, no really anybody posting about like big stuff like that. Like, it's rare that I really see that. And then that's kind of how you just get put into groups of people that are just doing or sharing the same stuff that you are.
Well, I don't know how that happened with my Facebook, but I don't really post or share memes.
Yeah.
But I've always, for the most part, have been mostly like memes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then the other thing is why I feel like that I know that it's true is because uh you know everything that I do, it's always uh like I always do CNN, and I always do like the more democratic shit. um I always do stuff like that. And when I was like, you know what, I want to open my mind and see what Republicans are thinking, what are they seeing on their news, like on Fox News. What are they seeing? So I was like, let me follow it. So I followed it on Facebook, and it never shows up on my news feed, even when I followed it. Like, never once has it shown up. I have to keep looking that shit up myself to see that kind of stuff.
Maybe you need to follow more of just Fox.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense, but like, either than that, like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure it's filtered out for me not for me not to not see that, but just so that I don't get to, just because I haven't shared too much related things, that I don't get to see that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure if I saw somebody who logged in and they were more on a Republican side, they would start seeing stuff like that coming out too. Like, more Republican and less Democratic shit.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. Social media is crazy.
Fuck social media.
They be running the world, honestly. How long y'all be staying on your social media? Like, you guys be noticing that shit too? People just fucking, I remember I had ads for like a bike that I wanted to buy, and it just showed up all the time on Facebook, bro. All the time.
I think, yeah, same with me, but like whenever I like look things up on Amazon,
Yeah.
when I look them up on Amazon, it's just like all my socials are like, oh, really now?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna make sure you buy that.
It's that fuck. Yeah, I mean,
never do.
It's just all these companies are just putting in money now to have you go out there and buy their shit, and be the ones to do that kind of stuff.
You kind of explaining how like the the codes work with you, like going into a website and it knowing like how far you got.
Yeah.
That kind of reminded me like how they made grocery shops work,
Uh-huh.
or supermarkets work, like because they hired a guy to come
Okay.
in, watch people walk around the store and watch footage of people walking around the store,
Uh-huh.
just so they can figure out and lay out the store
Yeah.
in a way that makes people like walk around it. So then that way they're able to see everything,
Uh-huh.
and then also buy more because they're seeing more than what they came in for.
Damn.
So it's like now instead of doing that, they're going on these web pages, watching all these clicks, and then from there determining, okay, well, this is happening before this. How about we put this there, and
Mm-hmm.
then somehow this is gonna lead to that, and now that the thing that wasn't getting so much clicks is now getting more clicks.
Yeah.
Because of the layout of the website.
Damn.
That's what that reminded me of.
That's crazy. They really went. That's pretty much what it's like evolving to.
Yeah.
And now it's just they're able to do it from your house.
Damn.
And just fucking check out what the fuck you're on from your house. I should really block my shit. Give me a VPN.
Fuck. And y'all worried about the ingredients for the vaccine?
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
Y'all getting tracked on Google, on everything.
The vaccine. That shit is fucking out.
So I heard.
You think that it's gonna start changing by like the summertime?
What do you mean by that?
Like things will start getting more back to normal?
Just depends on how they distribute this vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, if they make it mandatory, maybe. If they say, okay, you can get it if you want. We don't. It's a hit or miss. We don't have to just wait and see, really.
Because I remember I was noticing some jobs supposedly said that you have to get it or they'll fire you type of shit. But technically no job is legally allowed to tell you that. But then I remember somebody came in while I was working and they were like commenting like, okay, but Washington is like at will, state. So technically they could fire you and not really tell you why they fired you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Then how they, like, it's almost like you have to bring the doctor's letter saying you got it. Fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how they're gonna go about it. I feel like Washington, since it's more open, they won't really be like that, but they would still want you to, Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I saw this shit was on TikTok, but they filmed like one of the first nurses in New York getting the vaccine. That needle was fucking long. Like shit was probably like 2-3 inches long, bro. Yeah, they did it like quick and painless. But people were like, they're just commenting on the bottom saying, they said, "Fuck, that's the needle. Fuck no." Like they ain't trying to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping it does go back. Supposedly there's like a website you can log on and see what place you're in, like what number you're in place to get the vaccine.
What do you mean by that?
Like, cause it'll tell you it's like you're number 3,337 to go in and get the vaccine.
But by you, like you specifically, or you in the residential area that you live in?
I don't think like you specifically, but like by like the residential area, because it goes by like your state, county, and then city or whatever, and then it goes by like that, and it tells you which person you are. Like not, I'm pretty sure it won't be the exact number. Like you won't be able to count that. They obviously, if you went there, they wouldn't be able to say that, but they wouldn't be able to tell you what number you're at, because who the hell's keeping track of fucking everything like that? Yeah, but it's probably just something to give you like a kind of like a number of where you think you would be at if you were on that. Which, I mean, we're young, so we probably won't even see that shit till like, that's what I'm saying, like the summer, if anything, or maybe even past after that.
What if they just go first, obviously for the elderly or the people that are like high risk?
Yeah.
And then after that, they give it to everybody that hasn't got it, because people that have got it are almost like immune. Yeah. So they say, even though they don't know 100%. But it's like we're almost, that would necessarily, or it's almost like then the people that have gotten it are like not priority, because they're like, well, you guys already got it, so you're good for now. Like, let's get the people that haven't got it, that way they won't catch it.
Yep. We'll have to see. Fuck.
Well, yeah, we just have to wait and see how that goes.
But I mean, I'm kind of hoping everything at least kind of goes back a little bit back to normal. I'm trying to live that lifestyle again, where you could be out and everybody. I don't know. It feels like it's normal, but at the same time, you still have like, it's like a chill behind your back where you still kind of know something's still going on. With the whole pandemic going on.
Well, to me, it doesn't feel normal, only because we always have masks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Until the masks go away, then it might feel normal again. But
yeah,
those masks are a pain in the ass.
I'm on it. Honestly, I can definitely agree with, like, ever since I started having to wear a mask for work now, it's been the most uncomfortable thing. like, you know, the most uncomfortable thing to wear. Because after a while, you're just like, especially wearing glasses, you're definitely like, no, I do not want to fucking have this shit on my face all day.
I
And
bet.
some people, I'd be laughing sometimes because there's people that come in with their mask on and they have glasses. Fog the fuck up, bro. And they just keep talking.
You have to put them in like a certain ways, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but I feel like these people just go like, you know, they're like, you know, fuck it. This shit's gonna get foggy either way, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep talking. They give no fucks.
I mean, that's what I would do if I had glasses.
I get annoyed, bro. Fuck that shit.
Well,
Like,
yeah, so would I. But
I get annoyed, but I keep like I would just stop talking,
isn't
or
there like
I'll take my glasses off.
isn't there like anti-fog wipes or something?
I don't know. I've never heard of any.
I think at work I've kind of heard or seen some,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's wipes or if it's spray or what. But
Hmm.
I think there's a thing for that. But the thing that a lot of people that have glasses have told me, because I've asked them,
Yeah.
was they just like tilt their glasses a little bit. Like you could, unless you're really paying attention, you could tell.
I'm about to be looking
But
stupid as hell.
Yeah, that's only if you tilt them too much. But a lot of times it's literally like a centimeter,
Uh-huh.
just enough to get like air in one side of the mask
Yeah.
from your nose, you know,
Yep.
and then it looks like it's fine.
It'd be all right.
Yeah, let's try that maybe, or tell people that you see that are fogging up to try that.
I might just not even wear glasses anymore. Honestly.
Get contacts.
That's what I might have to do. That like, I didn't like contacts before, but I might have to just go back and try them all over again.
How funny would it be that if you ordered contacts and then like a week later, everyone's like, "All right, guys, no more masks," and then you're just like, "Well, shit, I didn't have to get these contacts anyways."
I popped them out the second
The second they say that,
the
like,
second
all right,
that shit
then let me go
happened.
put my glasses on.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really took this whole damn year to get to the vaccine, bro.
I mean,
Would we have seen that shit coming?
I'm not surprised, but I am surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they were working fast and hard,
So
but
she said.
but it's a vaccine. It's mutating, you know. So maybe at one point they're like, "Yeah, we got it," and then the virus is like, "Psych."
Yeah.
Now I'm this, you know.
Yep.
And they're like, "Damn, now it like kills it like 75% instead of like 80 or something."
Yep. That's crazy. What are you guys thinking? You guys think that the fucking vaccine is like gonna change anything? Are we gonna start seeing a difference? I feel like yes, will start seeing a difference in 2021, but it won't be till close to the end of the year again, where everything's gonna be a little bit more normal, whatever normal is.
So you think this time next year, we should be basically all over with COVID?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much. I mean, the holidays are gonna be back. You're gonna see more people being out and stuff like that. Definitely. That's what I think. What are you guys thinking?
Did you just hear about? I think it's. I want to say New Zealand. They officially have took away all the restrictions and they're 100% back to normal.
That's crazy.
They are virus free.
I believe it.
That's freaking awesome.
Because the Prime Minister of New Zealand talked with President-elect Joe Biden, and she said that once he gets into office, he's allowed any information about like what they did for their virus, and they are even giving the U.S. a team of their scientists to come over here and help our scientists.
Nice.
So think about that. The U.S. is supposed to be like a big ass country.
We're supposed to be a powerhouse, and we have not been handling this pandemic like a powerhouse.
But that just goes to show, because like, if you imagine it right now, the U.S. as a person, like as somebody who's like limping, and then here comes New Zealand, someone who's like, you know, been up, and he like sees that nobody else is helping us, so she comes in and you know, gets right next to our arm and helps lift us up and carry us to where we should be.
Yep. My respect to those countries, but come on, America. We're supposed to be leading by example, motherfuckers.
Come on.
We have not been leading by example.
Nah. But I mean,
I was at Walmart the other day,
Yeah.
and I saw a family. It was just like a wife, a husband, and then like I think 2 kids. None of them had masks. And yes, they were who you think they were.
They were white.
They were white people.
I believe it. I think people walk in like, cause we were at Walmart the other like 2 weeks ago, if anything. Uh, and I saw a white guy with his wife, and he didn't have his mask on. Like I'm pretty sure he was waiting for someone to say something to him.
Why?
Cause why would you just be walking his mask?
Some people just don't believe that this is happening, bro.
His wife had a mask on, but he didn't.
Oh.
And she probably doesn't believe it either, but she does it just because she doesn't want people to say anything to her. Which is like, even if you don't want people to say, like, still shout out to her for wearing the mask. But like, I'm pretty sure he was wearing it like how you were just saying, because he doesn't believe that this is really what's going on. He was like an older guy. He looked older. So, I mean, he was older, but like still, I don't know. It could have been like whatever. If he gotten it, it could have been bad for him, or it could have been nothing for him. It just depended on what his situation was. But I feel like people sometimes who come out like not wearing a mask is because they're looking for someone to say something to them. They're kind of like they want to draw that attention to themselves.
Damn. Do people really need that much attention? I believe it.
I mean, like the people that you were just saying, the people that don't believe it's real, they want somebody to like come out and say something to them so they can say something back to them. Huh?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, some people just don't believe, and some people just don't care.
Yeah.
And then there's just people that is like, well, you're taking away my freedom. What are you talking about?
It's whatever.
They're just different groups of people, but they're all not smart.
If you see somebody without a mask, guys, and you believe in wearing masks, you tell them to put on a mask.
Put on a mask.
Yeah.
For the safety of others. It's crazy because out here in Washington State, everybody outside is not really wearing a mask, but everyone indoors is. But then when I was in Nevada, everybody, bro, was wearing a mask, regardless if they're inside or outside.
Really?
Yeah, people outside were wearing masks. I mean, yeah, there was a lot more crowd. Like, there was more people out, which might have been the case. I also heard they were enforcing it, like, heavy. Like, they were finding people in the streets.
Yeah.
But it was just weird because we got there, and they were, like, it didn't feel weird wearing a mask outside, but it just looked so much more different because it was like, damn, people out here are actually wearing masks outside versus over here, it's like, people do not wear masks outside.
Yeah, there's not a good... I mean, I'm somebody who, like, doesn't wear my mask outside some of the times because I feel like the reason why I do that is because I feel like since we're outside, we're more spaced out. But when I do get closer to a group of people or somewhere where I know I'm not going to be able to avoid them as much, then I will put my mask back on. That's kind of how I do it. But I don't know how other people are doing it, but I have been to parks downtown or even here where people are walking without their mask and will pass by each other and they don't have their mask on still.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Like how should it work when you're when you're outside like that in more open area? Should we still just have it on or just not do shit about it?
I think it just might just depend on like the amount of people you could be around with.
Yeah.
Because like if you're in a big park and there's only maybe like 6 of you guys, obviously you guys can social distance enough where you don't have to wear masks. But then like if you go to where's somewhere outside that has like a lot of people?
Parks.
I mean, I haven't been to a park where there's been a lot of people recently.
Well, if you go to downtown parks, yeah, there's way more people on the weekends also.
So then I'd probably wear a mask for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're constantly around people that you're not normally around, like strangers, I'd wear a mask.
Which is crazy too, because the park that I've been to, it has a sign when you enter that says, "Please wear your mask." Yeah. But
they still not listening.
They don't care. Sometimes that's me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn.
They be like that. What do you guys think? Put on your mask while you're at the park. Put on your mask outside all the time. Should we still be enforcing that with the vaccine out now?
Let us know down below, cuz that is another episode of the Midnight Sesh, guys.
Hey.
Thank you for tuning in again. What is this, episode 6?
Yep.
Going on to 7 this next week.
Keep checking us out, guys. If you're not already following us, that I've seen, like especially on SoundCloud, if you're listening to us wherever, we got 40 people. I know I see like 60 views coming in, maybe more sometimes depending on who's listening. But like, you know, the people who aren't on there, the last 13 people that were missing, follow us on Instagram. Find us on Instagram, official Midnight Sesh. Give us a like, comment down anywhere where you're listening. Share us.
Quack.
Quack. All right, guys.
Good night.
Yeah.